Okay, I said earlier that I was going to do a cut about blade manipulation, handling. So with that being said, there are a lot of systems out here that people are getting into that have a fencing basis to them, or they're in a fencing based format. The problem that I see with fencing based formats is that they don't really transfer over well when you have to get into battlefield shit. And I mean like heated lockdown battles where you have to make a weapon to weapon clash, and you have to have the structural integrity of the weaponry, but it's also the structural integrity of the handle, meaning that your body position, your footwork upon the weapon to weapon deflection, they have to be structurally sound and be able to hold, in the presence of multiple engagements with a high level of intensity and intentionality. Remember, the rule of thumb at the academy was anglement changes everything. I'm seeing like a lot of things, manipulations like this, a lot of circular action, folkloric type of jousting. These things, they're fine for that context when, you're trying to duel with someone, but when you're really forced to get in and get things done, when you're engaged upon within the totality of the circumstances of duty or retreat, and neutralize and end the confrontation. When you go hot with a pistol or go cold with stainless, meaning a knife, when you pull the force multiplier and call to the darkness because of things like inherent threat or things like disparity of threat, one person, you, against multiple people. Looking at what happened to, say for example, Carmelo Anthony, he had to call to the darkness and bring it to bear a force multiplier, and the way that he did it was in this very context. And so depending upon whether or not he has access to effective counsel, or as many doctrines in case law has described, that you're entitled to not only counsel but effective counsel, and that this counsel has to defend your life as if it is their life and their freedoms on the line itself. So every single time that I see this type of stuff transpire, many people, they're really confused about the gray area of how these systems work, both in the playful, theatrical, or folkloric sense, the self-defense sense, and then on the in the area or context of military application and apparatuses. So when looking at these fencing systems and bladed combat systems or esoteric reconstructions, please understand that there is a definitive difference between folkloric, esoteric bullshit versus what a motivated commoner, inmate, or government agent can and will do to delete your ass. As a survivor of the darkness, I bear this knowledge with my body.